Okay, what are we looking at? These are the Willows. Remember Dale's big project on the Willow earlier in the year? So now we're in the middle of July, and these I think got started in late February or March, something like that. Anyway, I made hardwood cuttings, and they took, so I repotted it, and they're thriving. So what I have to do now is to trim so that we could start to have some look of a bonsai. Initially, we just worried about it taking. Well, on the willow, it's like 99.9% success rate. Only ones that fail is where the water didn't hit right. But other than that, it's been absolutely perfect specimen if you want success quickly. So I'll go ahead and trim these and I'll get back to you. The only problem with willows I found is because they grow so fast, we gotta constantly do these quick trims. Anyway, I think I'm gonna show you individual tree how they're coming along. Okay, here's one of them. Remember all this movement and taper? When I did the cutting, I made it so that it already had it, right? So, you know, a lot of times you could bypass a number of years if you learn to take your cuttings correctly. So here's one of them. Same with this one, you know, has the movement and taper. It's a little bit lacking in root flare because it was a hardwood cutting, but it should come along in a number of years, maybe 2. So anyway, yeah, so when you're taking the cutting, put some shape in it. You can't always get these one with big, thick trunks. Well, this one is sort of a moderate, but it still has movement and taper. So, yeah, and then on these bigger ones, it was 100% take. I think this is going to be a really good one here. It's short, stocky, but good movement and taper. And well, you know, to make these work, feed them heavy, prune, and then make sure your watering is adequate. I lost a few because the sprinkler was not hitting it correctly, but it was not because it is a material that is a little bit on the tender side. No, it's quite hardy. So anyway, that's what it is. This was which smaller one, and you know, for me, I think if I do this in the future, I just go for the big ones because the success rate is the same. You might as well work with something that is already big to start with. Okay, this has been the sampling of the weeping willow that we started earlier in the year, and I made the cuttings and been developing so that it becomes a future bonsai. Those of you that have no patience, always in a hurry, start with the willow. I think it's a great way to do it. In less than a half a year, I was already able to get a couple of them decent enough that people bought it as a cute little bonsai. Anyway, this is Hero saying goodbye. I'll see you again real soon in another chapter. And if you're wondering how I'm doing this, I finally found a electronic turntable, and this is supposed to be a chair, but it gives me the height I need. So, you know, I'm a gizmo lover, so anything that's new and out there that may work, that's what I've been doing. I'm buying, but you know, in the past I've had to kind of turn the conventional turntable. You see parts of me and things like that, but now, at least on the small ones, I could show you without being in front of the camera or side of the camera. and let this electronic thing do the work. Anyway, this is Hero saying goodbye. I'll see you again real soon in another chapter.